Oh, that'll put a little bit of pep in your step. What's going on, guys? It's Jay here, and welcome back to the channel. We're diving straight into this one. I'm going to be doing a quick follow-up on my technical analysis that we put out there yesterday for you guys. And we saw a lot of naysayers there. The issue was the chart was really telling a different story, that something was going on behind the scenes. And normally, if you're going to see a reaction anyway, you're going to see it in a chart pattern. You're going to see all of these different rumors, these bits of information that might be fed out from these internal sources to people who are more in the know than the rest of us, and they can start buying into positions as they know that this positive news may or may not be coming in the future. So the crypto fear and greed index sitting at around 18, extreme fear. This is definitely a time when you want to be thinking about dollar cost averaging into positions, making market moves, maybe gathering some coins to actually put those in stake, look for something more stable, because acquiring coins now at such a low price is going to provide a higher yield return. So essentially, what do? Well, you buy assets when the market's down. You look for these different assets that are more stable. You can stake with them. And yeah, as you go up, you've accumulated a lot of coins for cheap, which gives you a higher position in the market, meaning that you're getting more return, more bang for your buck, if you will. Taking a quick look at crypto bubbles, things are looking a little bit down, a little bit sad on the week, but if we flick over to the day chart, now we're talking. Give me all the green. We can see we've got Fartcoin up by 32%. Fartcoin's been doing really well, and honestly, I'm a big advocate of the meme coin sector. Solana has recognized this first with Pump.Fun. Justin Sun recognized that there was a huge market there just for the Tron ecosystem himself, building his sunpump.meme. This essentially created an entirely new sector inside the Tron ecosystem. So when I say there's gaps in the market, there's huge gaps in the market. That's why we built LUNC That's why we're providing the tools for you guys to create a token, because if you've got an idea in crypto, even if it is to do with a fart coin, well, you're probably going to start your journey with a token. And that is now what? Free? Doesn't cost you anything. It costs you a transaction to create that token. And if you reach the bonding curve, you're going to have a DEX that you're going to launch on. This gives you a foothold in the crypto ecosystem, and you can expand out into the broader cosmos as people from the broader cosmos expand into Lunar Classic, into this new booming, vibrant meme sector. We are a fairer launch, so we're doing everything prim and proper. There's higher bonding rates because we're running a better system. It's secure, it's well thought out, and we're not wanting to just every single, it's a proper system. Check it out, you guys. So let's move over. Let's take a look at this announcement. And we just covered this in the previous video. I'll leave a link to this right now or at the end of the video or in the description. You can get it from one of those three places. If I do remember, I know I'm terrible for it. Don't blame me. I've got so much stuff going on. But Trump has authorized a 90-day pause and a substantially lowered reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%, and it's going to be effective immediately. So hopefully we're going to see a pause on these trade wars, these tariff wars. What we need to understand is this: China's not part of this immediate relief on tariffs for 90 days. They're still going to be going down the route that they're going down, and essentially it's either going to be the US that backs down. It's not going to be the US that backs down, or China backs down, and they're going to be putting 125% tariff effective immediately on China. So this is now a situation where we've got some short-term relief. We can see why that pattern was playing out on the Lunar Classic chart, and we can say to ourselves, this definitely wasn't a descending triangle. And currently at this moment in time, it's the make or break stage. Either we're going to break out of this possible descending triangle, or it's going to bounce. And that bounce, again, is going to lead to the confirmation that this was, in fact, you guessed it, a triple bottom. So what we're really looking for is a push and just trying to crush a zero, trying to get rid of a zero, move back up to some of these higher highs we've sat in before. Something a lot of people underestimate with Lunar Classic is the fact that we've been here 3-4 times before, depending if you count this small dip back here. These are areas that we've been through many times. It's been a situation where we're used to being downtrodden. We're a very strong community, and for me, this is an area of strength. This is now an area where building is actually happening on chain. If somebody wants to come to the ecosystem, stake their coins, utilize the chain, create a coin, use a protocol, create an NFT, buy an NFT, everything that you need to be able to do, you can do. And what we need is just more user tools, more things for you, the user, to harness, to use, to utilize. And that's really what we've been focusing on most recently. So as I said, I really don't think this is a descending triangle. And I think the confirmation today with this tariff pause is really going to push us up, and it's going to confirm that triple bottom. I'm not really putting any price targets other than the fact that I would like to see us, get rid of a zero, get back to some area of security, get people more interested and show like, look, it went down, so did everything else, but we had this strong bounce upwards. A 90-day pause is a significant amount of time. And what I've done here is just mark the area with a skull and bones to show when those tariffs could possibly be ending. But historically, leading up to this pause, this is a time when crypto normally moves upwards. Does that mean that's what's going to happen? Probably not. Quite the opposite, as per historical events throughout the course of the end of 2024 moving into 2025. We're now presented with two possible scenarios, let's say, that could really happen if we're to whittle this thing down to the bite and the crunch. Either the 90-day pause holds for 90 days, or Donald Trump wakes up in the morning and decides to himself, actually, I don't really like this pause anymore. Let's get rid of it. It's a situation where we all have to wake up and we have to say, what is Donald Trump going to do and what is he going to say next? So anything, any moment in time could really just send this market downwards. But I don't think it's going to be anything other than the precise news of the 90-day pause being cancelled, leading up to the day when it's supposed to resume, let's say. A lot could happen. In fact, we could see the ironing out of these tariff wars. We could see the panicking that another recession's going to come in. The Bank of England is talking about a panic crisis that was similar to the pension crisis in the United Kingdom. Again, this has an effect on crypto. Everything is going to have an effect on crypto. And what this actually tells us is, well, crypto is absolutely everywhere now, to a point that if Donald Trump's dog sneezed and maybe died, it would affect the market at this point. We would see meme coins created on it. It would have an adverse effect, and that's what we're dealing with now. We're dealing with people restoring dire wolves. It's a situation where you just don't know how the market's going to react. But what we are seeing is some good signs of strength. We're seeing a positive move upwards. We're matching other coins and we're reacting quite quickly. So I think this is bullish. I think it's overall positive for us as an ecosystem. And I think we should just try to maintain our decentralized presence going forward. As I said, there are going to be these safe havens in crypto where you can come and build outside of regulation. You can come, try and test things and figure out what exactly are the limits of this technology. And from my perspective, it's limitless. I've been dollar cost averaging in heavily, as I've been saying to you guys recently, and I just feel like this bull cycle's not given everything it has to give. I personally think the next big pump we see, the next all-time high area we start to cruise up into, I think that's going to be what it has left to give. I think we've got this one last push in us before things begin to calm down a little bit, but at the same time, you've got broader adoption come in. Are we going to see bigger events happen between the next halving cycle? It's an interesting time to be holding a bag, and my advice, which isn't financial advice, don't find yourself not holding a bag during this time. That pain is gain. But guys, look, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and I'll catch you in the next one.